Hello and welcome to another video. So this is a all about books video, and I'm going to do these like once a month. So to kick off, I've got some books I want to talk about. So I recently finished this book called How to Fall in Love Again, and I found it on the Works shop. It was 3 for £5, and I do like their deals that they do on books, so that's why I bought it. And this book is basically about Kitty, who is talking about her past of when she went to boarding school in Scotland, to later on when she becomes friends with a guy named Theo, and they become really good friends. He loses his wife Anna, and takes a toll on him, but and I'm not going to give the end away, but it's a really good book. But it's very old-fashioned. It's written very old-fashionedly. That's such a word. And so it's very hard to find out what time of where when she went back in time. She goes back when she went to boarding school, Bazay, I think it's called in the book. About the people that she met and the people that she got to know, and she went there with her cousins, and she then returns back to Scotland in Darwinfield, and she basically sets up her own life and goes on to have more children, and it's about how she finds love again, but it takes a massive twist because she marries a guy named Angus, but he turns out to be that he's gay. So it's very old-fashioned written, so it was very hard to tell what era the story was based on a lot of the time. But I stuck with it and finished it, and I'm glad I did. And it got better as it went on. It took a while for me to really get into the book. So if I had to rate it, it would be a 5 out of 10 for that aspect. Because sometimes I couldn't keep tabs of the story. And then I've been reading my blogging secret. I'm still in the middle of reading this book. I'm almost about that far away to finishing it. It's okay. It talks about blogging and there's good tips in it, but I find that it's a very negative book so far. But I'm going to stick with it and keep reading. And after then, I want to continue reading this book, which I started. I'm going to start again on this book, and I got it from the Works. And it's called The Restful Mind, A New Way of Thinking and a New Way of Life. And so I'm going to start reading this one again once I've finished this book. It's a shame. And then the one book I've started to read is called The Little Prisoner. And it's she's talking about how she was abused as a child, and how it's after 14 years. It goes to court, but she talks about her struggle, and it's based on a stepdad called Richard, who really is abusive to her. And yeah, it's a true story. But if you're not into these types of books, then don't read it. That's all I'd say. But I'm reading it, and there's one that I've been able to put down, and it's not that I get anything from these books in terms of I'm not reading it for the wrong reasons. Just want to clarify that. I'm reading because I like reading true stories. And it's a book that I wanted to read because I have a website called the Archangels Network, and it's helped me with that. It's because that's set up to talk about being abused and bullied, and mainly kids that continue to get bullied for adult age. So that's a book I'm reading, and I wanted to talk about my new book, the book that I've written. Now I've written quite a few this year, but this is my first novel of this year that I wrote about, and it's called Mum and Me. It's a fictional book. Now it's quite a big book, but I've done it like a magazine setting because I really wanted to do that for them to be different. And I love A4 books, I do, and this summarises me really. But it's a novel about a mother and daughter who live together. They drive each other up the wall, but when it comes to Gloria, who is Elizabeth, that's the main character, talks about being a mum and living with her mum, and her mum is obsessed with online shopping and TV shopping, that she has ended up in a garage full of stuff that she doesn't need. But then things change. I'm already on starting to write book 2, so this is going to be a series of books, and I hope you like it this size. If you don't, then tell me, and I'll print it smaller if it helps. But I just wanted to do something a bit different. So, but that's my book that I'm writing. That's out, and it's out on Kindle and paperback. If you would like to purchase on Amazon.com, and it's under the name Carrie Holmes, which is another name that I like to use for books as my maiden name. So, that's what I wanted to talk about. So, if you've got any books that you'd like to recommend for me to read, then please do so. I'll be happy for the recommendations. But for now, I'll see you later, and I will do another one next month. So, see you then. Take care. Bye bye.